Hello, hello. We are live, I think. Hi, guys. How are you? This is Logan Lynn Roberts. I'm here with the Extreme Networker, Mr. Billy Funk. How are you, Billy?
I'm doing awesome, Logan. How are you doing tonight?
I'm awesome because I think that we came up with a duplicatable and replicatable system that really helps to maximize this Kannaway opportunity. What do you think?
If there was anything out there that was simple and easy, it's what we're about to talk about.
I think it's awesome. We were chatting back and forth. I was doing a training with some new team members I got this week, which that have really re-energized me for sure. And I think that's awesome. I think the number one way to get excited about your opportunity again is to get a few people on that are as excited as you were when you first started. And we were, talking about the trainings I was doing with them, and you kind of came up with this idea. You're the one that said reach three, teach three, right?
Right.
So I know we wanted to go into that. So I think the reason why it's so important for us to chat about Kannaway again, right, is because it's completely redefined, right?
It is completely new. It's redefined. It is better than ever. And if you are taking a look at Kannaway for the first time, or even the third or fourth time, I'm going to tell you right now, you've never seen this type of Kannaway.
For sure. I mean, I recognized while I was doing a training with, these new people that, not only is the compensation plan, I mean, it's just awesome, just so many awesome improvements, but it's also very easy to explain and very easy to show them exactly how to maximize, their opportunity in terms of getting a paycheck right away, and a big one, if you use this system. And also, we have this incredible success manual now, right? I mean, that's, and that, again, one more tool that Kannaway's given us, I mean, as if our back office wasn't rich enough, but one more tool that Kannaway has provided us with, handed us, that we can give to, new members of our team that really walk you through all the steps. So, have a little presentation.
Yeah, why don't you follow up the slides?
Get it going for you, for sure. All right, so here's our Reach 3 Teach 3 system, guys. Thanks so much for everybody that's out there joining us. We really appreciate it. Let me get to the next one. So go ahead. You can start, Bill.
Awesome. So Reach 3 Teach 3, the system you need to maximize the Kannaway opportunity. Because every great company, every great opportunity, every great business is based on a system. If you have no system, well, you've got no way of duplicating and replicating success that you had before. So what is Kannaway anyways? That's a great question, Logan. What exactly is Kannaway? Kannaway is a hemp lifestyle company with a focus on nutritional wellness, and all of our products contain CBD-rich hemp oil. We got 3 incredible product lines. One is called Hemp Vape, another one is Cannabis Beauty Defined, and then the third one is Cannakick. Really quickly, Hemp Vape has got CBD-rich hemp oil in it. There is no nicotine, no carcinogens, no tobacco, and there Logan is actually showing you the hemp vape.
I couldn't live without it, right? Don't you agree?
I don't think I could live without it. It's next to my nightstand. It's one of the things where I use on a nightly basis. And in the morning when I wake up, I got to tell you, something happened in between when I went to sleep and I woke up. If you've never experienced well, I'm not going to go into any claims. So
right.
We'll move past that. Here's the cool thing about Hemp Vape. It's a product that literally attracts people to you. Hemp Vape is the first product I've ever promoted that literally when I use it, people come to me and say, what is that? Is it legal? Well, yes, absolutely it's legal because it doesn't get you high. See, THC may get you high, but CBD is more associated with the word healthy. And so Cannakick is my favorite. Literally 5 milligrams of CBD, 100 milligrams of caffeine, and it's not like a cup of coffee, Logan. It's not like an energy drink, okay? Those two may pick you up. What Cannakick does, it works with you. It's 3 to 5 hours of sustained energy, whether I'm rock climbing, whether I'm slacklining, or whether I'm behind a computer and marketing. Cannakick works with me no matter what I'm doing. I've never experienced anything like it. And when I travel, I've tried to actually grab a cup of coffee and an energy drink and bring it through security, and they stop me every time. But when I have Cannakick in my pockets, I walk right through because it's that small. It's really beautiful. The Cannabis Beauty Fine line, it speaks for itself. It's got bee bong formula in it as well as CBD. There's no other product on the market that has those two ingredients in it. I'm going to tell you right now what Janelle Kim, the formulator, said to me when she said bee bong has your back. And I said, Janelle, what do you mean by that? Well, she said, Billy, one of my mentors told me a long time ago that spoken word can lie. I can tell you anything about any product, and I might not be telling the truth. A lot of companies do that. Written word can lie. People write all sorts of stuff that's not true. What cannot lie is experience. And if you put the Cannabis Beauty Fine product in somebody's hand and they apply it and they try it, they're going to get results, period. And so it's awesome knowing that you've got products that work with you and products that will literally get results if people use them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Cannakick as well as the hemp vape, but the Cannabis Beauty Define salve, and I just love to show it. I mean, all the products are so beautiful, but this salve, it's almost like it's become almost ritualistic for me. Like when I get up in the morning, like I take out the salve and I use it on my hands. I use it on my feet at night. There's something about the way it smells and obviously just the way it feels. I mean, it's just a whole experience. I mean, I feel like this really, really just enriches my life. I just feel great when I use this product, and that's just the reality. So I highly, highly recommend that salve. I mean, everybody can use that. So just my 2 cents on that one for sure, but I love it, absolutely. So that's definitely what Kannaway is. Moving on to the next slide. So, we talked a little bit, Billy, about how Kannaway is redefined, and I think the biggest thing about Kannaway that's redefined is its compensation plan. We have we have the fast start bonuses, the double up bonus, and the 50% match bonus for life. So I'd really like you to go into just chatting about what those are for us. What's new about Kannaway?
So these are the redefined additions to the Kannaway compensation plan. The fast start bonus with the double up promo bonus as well as the 50% match for life. And how this works is really simple. You come into Kannaway, it's $15 to become a brand ambassador. You pick a pack that fits your lifestyle. We got a premier pack, we've got a lifestyle pack, we also have an essential pack. And so you pick a pack, you enroll 3 team members, and you immediately double your fast start bonus commissions. Now, if you went in with a premier pack like I did to get the most amount of products, but also the most amount of fast start double up promo eligibility, you're going to get 60 days where you can earn double commissions on anybody that you enroll that buys a pack. If you come with the premier, with an essential or a lifestyle, you'll get 30 days. And so this is really incredible. By simply going out there and getting 3 people, not only did you double up your fast start commissions, but you also qualified yourself for life to earn 50% matching bonuses. And that's huge. What am I talking about? Well, you earn 50% match of anybody you personally sponsor of their fast start commissions. So let's say you signed up somebody like Logan Lynn Roberts. Even if it was 6 months from now and you were qualified, and Logan goes out and does what she does, which is enroll a ton of people because she's a really sharp leader and an incredible marketer, you're going to earn 50% off of her fast start commissions. That's incredible. I've seen somebody like Logan bring in 10, 20, 30 people in the first 30 days, and if you were to enroll somebody like that, you're going to earn 50% no matter what day it is, whether it's this year, next year, 3 years from now. You're going to continue to earn 50% for life of everybody that you personally sponsor of their fast start period. It's really incredible.
So I think the key, what you're just talking about is duplication piece, right? I mean, that's how you're really going to maximize this opportunity, is that you want to enroll awesome people, obviously, but you want to give them the tools. You want to teach them to do exactly what you're doing, right? And that's how you're going to earn that 50% match bonus. And that's how they're going to earn their, they're going to earn their fast start bonuses and double up, right? So if you are, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off.
That's okay.
Logan, when I first looked at this comp plan, just like any other comp plan, I got confused. I'm not going to lie. Even though I'm a numbers guy.
It was a lot different then, though. See, it was a lot different then, right? Well, we're growing. Oh,
here's the thing. It doesn't matter what company's comp plan I look at. If it's the first time I'm looking at that style of a comp plan, you're going to get confused the first time, the second time, probably, you know, the first several times that you look at it. But there's always a key component. If it's the right comp plan, there's simplicity in the beginning. And so Kannaway does have 9 different ways to get paid, which, by the way, I love. Logan, would you rather have only one way that you get paid or 9?
No, I absolutely love it. We're really focusing on these 3 because, you know, it is that, you know, these really are the new redefined components, and I think that these 3 are the most important to you know, kind of key in on, because again, if you're replicating and duplicating, you're teaching people how to make money and get checks, you know, that they're, you know, right away, which is really the key. So I think that those are what we're keying in on, but we're leaving out 6 different other ways to get paid that we'd love to tell you about. But I mean, just based on this alone, you know, you didn't really go into any of the math, but you know, the slides do show. I mean, if you're getting fast start commissions on a Premier Pack, you're getting $150 for every new enrollee that buys a Premier Pack from you. If you get 3 people who purchase a Premier Pack, you then double up. So it's 150 plus 150 plus 150 is $450 in fast start. Times 2 is $900, right? And that's just in 3 people. So that's I mean, that, you know, what would, you know, I could use $900, right? So it's one of those things where it's just, you know, these new redefined components, like you say, I mean, are just a simple system that everyone can understand. Everyone can understand how fast it is to make money, right?
I completely agree. You know, we do have 9 different ways to get paid, and here's the thing: there's only 2 that really matter. All right, because if you master these 2, everything else, the other 7 ways, they all fall into place. And those 2 are the fast start commissions of double up, reaching 3 people, and then the 50% match. So here's the thing: if you were to come in and say, okay, what's the game plan? You know, there's a lot of different ways that you can get paid. A lot of people, they analyze the comp plan and they get analysis paralysis. They, you know, no matter what company they're with. But in reality, if you were to focus on getting your 3, all right, you doubled up, and then your next goal is to duplicate and teach your 3 to get their 3. You helped them double up, and you also earned 50% of those fast start commissions. It's huge. It's absolutely huge. If you start doing that, that duplication will start generating, you know, residual income all the way down through the pipeline, and you'll start building a business that is long-term and stable. So,
well, I think you walked us right into the next slide, Billy. So, you know, how do I maximize these bonuses, right? How do I maximize the Kannaway opportunity, right? So I think that, oh, did we lose you, Bill?
No, I'm here. I'm wondering how to maximize.
You're networking, right? Is that what you're doing? You did 3 other conference calls while we were on this.
There's a lot of people that want to join Kannaway right now, Logan, and you know, I have to be able to, you know, send them a link even if I'm on a webinar.
You know, honestly, here's the thing: I feel a resurgence, don't you? I mean, I can feel it. I'm excited personally.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I can't tell you how many rock stars have came in the last week alone, and just the sheer growth that I've seen in the last 7 days has been phenomenal.
I could not agree more. It's awesome. I love it. I mean, you know, I remember that first week. Remember that first week when 10,000 people signed up for the opportunity and how exciting that was. You know, and we were a baby then, right? But you know, now to start to feel that resurgence again, I mean, it's just awesome. But anyway, we could talk about how excited we are all day. But anyway, how do we maximize?
Let's talk about why they should get excited. You should get excited because Kannaway has never been easier. We've got simple systems where when somebody goes through your funnel, you're gonna get a text message saying that Logan the Roberts just opted in. It's really incredible. How would you go about reaching 3 and teaching 3? So there's 3 simple steps to you know, maximizing the invite. The first one is, you know, Logan, if I had to look back on the beginning of my network marketing career, if there was one thing that I would have done over again, and it would have been to adhere to the advice of making a list. I kind of thought I was too good for it. I was like, making a list, come on, isn't that cheesy? Well, in reality, I don't care how cheesy it sounds, it's really important. Because when you make a list of people that you're going to go out there and contact, it's no longer a list in your head. It's in reality. It's a physical substance. It's something that you can look at and something that you can work from. That's really important. On top of that, a lot of people, they come in, they make a list, And, you know, it's full of their friends, their relatives, their neighbors, their colleagues, their coworkers. And they go from one group, one category to the next. They invite their cousin Bob to come take a look, their neighbor Joe, their coworker Mary, and then they invite their college buddy Susan to come take a look. And here's what happens, guys. You know, it just takes one bad apple, one sour apple to ruin the entire barrel. And that's how it is with your prospecting. Why even risk it? This is what you want to do. You want to organize and categorize your list based on who those people are and who they know that you also know. And you're going to leverage your center of influence, and then you're going to leverage their center of influence. If Logan is my best friend and she'll say yes to anything that I ask her to, I'm going to call her up first. And when I ask her to take a look, or I ask her to come to my home party, or I ask her to come to a presentation, and she says yes, I'm going to go through my list and find all the people that know her, like her, and trust her, that also know me, like me, and trust me. And I'm going to leverage the fact that Logan is coming to my event because they know her as well. And there's power in people, there's power in numbers, and there's power in what's called the Jones effect. It's, you know, if the Joneses are doing it, well, guess what? We want to be doing it as well. And so that's what you want to do.
There's a huge amount of power that in just this one sentence. You know, hi Kelly. This is Logan. I have this new business opportunity. And remember Susie from college? She's actually going to take a look at it as well. She's excited, you know, at the opportunity. So I thought that, you know, I thought that I might let you know when we were talking. I thought of you. I might let you know, right? If you can associate the opportunity with someone else that they know that's looking at it, like you say, it's that Jones effect. They're all of a sudden, right, it makes sense for them to look at it as well because someone that they know, like, and trust is interested, right? Not just one, not just, you know, not just me, but also our other friend from college. Correct, Bill?
Absolutely. That is the way to do it. I was at corporate earlier today, and they're almost complete with this power play, I want to call it. It's a DVD, and here's the simplicity behind it. There's some companies that have had massive success using this because anybody can do it. You don't have to be a Logan Roberts, you know, or a Seth Fraser, you know, or an Austin Zuloff to be able to present the information to be successful. You can literally take this DVD, invite some friends over to your house, pop it in, push power, and then press play and let the DVD do the work for you. That system is almost complete. And so this is huge. When you invite somebody to come over to your house, you know, if I was to invite Logan, asking her what she's doing at 7 o'clock on Thursday, she's probably going to say, I don't know, probably nothing. Awesome. Hey, would you be willing to come over and take a look at what I've got going on? I'm having a party. It's my business launch party, and I'd love for you to take a look at it. Yes, awesome. I'm going to then call
party, right? Heyday party?
Party, absolutely. And then I'm going to call Joe, our friend, or who else could I call? I could call Jacqueline, and Jacqueline would probably say yes because she knows me and she knows Logan. And I'm going to say to Jacqueline if she's on the fence, oh, by the way, Jacqueline, Logan's coming as well. Mm-hmm. Oh, Logan's coming? Well, if Logan's going, I'm going to go there too. That's why I'm calling you. When was the last time the three of us hung out together? It's been a while, right? Now you've got some substantial power because now you got two people that you can leverage. And if you know anybody that knows both of them, well, guess what? It's almost an absolute yes when you invite them to come over because when was the last time the four of you got together? It's
right.
Really simple.
Right, and you know, I think that one of the keys too, you know, and you know, one of the keys in all of it too is that, yeah, is keep it really sort of, you know, nonchalant and very casual. Obviously, you're going to play this DVD or you're going to show them a presentation at some point, but I definitely wouldn't make that the focus. It's a get together, right? And once you're, you know, a bunch of like-minded people are together, everyone's going to have a great time, and you can show them the opportunity. You know, I watched a really great networker. I was watching something she did the other day, and she's saying, you know, if they're like, well, you know, what is it? I mean, basically, you know, you just said, you just kind of have to say, well, if you're free, listen, if you're free, I'm actually running out the door. I don't have time to chat about it exactly right now. If you're free on Thursday, come over. It's a bunch of people hanging out. I am going to show you a little bit about what I'm doing now. But yeah, we'll go back to that screen share for sure, because I think I talked a little bit about, you know, the many awesome tools that we have with Kannaway, but I think that the Kannaway Success Manual, if you haven't really looked through that, I mean, it is awesome, isn't it, Bill? I mean, this contact list, I think, really breaks it down and really gives you an executable format, right?
Absolutely. You know, writing things down on paper, I'm gonna keep saying it. It makes it a reality. It makes it a physical substance. It makes it something that you can look at and work off of. And there's power in that. Now, on top of that, if you only think that you know 50 to 100 people, well, I'm gonna have to go ahead and call you Pinocchio, because I can feel your nose all the way over here in California, because you know way more than that. You just probably don't realize it. That's why in the Success Manual we have a memory jogger, where literally if you go through the memory jogger, you will remember people that you totally forgot about that you definitely want to invite to take a look at this. But here's the simplicity of Reach 3. Here's 3 simple steps. Make your list. Number 2, categorize your list. Number 3, invite 3 people per day to check out Kannaway. How simple is that? Invite 3 people. Here's how powerful this is. If you invite 3 people a day, that's 90 people a month. That is 540 people for 6 months, and it's 1,080 people for a whole year. There's the memory jogger. Logan,
yep, I just wanted to pull that up because this is great, and especially this is great when you're talking about categorizing your list, right? Because you can't see it that well. I guess I can zoom in, right? Let's see if I can do that for you.
Right, because you'll go through there and you'll realize, oh my God, my accountant, Mr. Funk, I gotta call him up. Oh, my real estate agent, Logan the Roberts, I gotta call her up. My entertainer, Seth Fraser, I gotta call him up. And you'll start going through your.
Bill, there's even things like has a great desire and drive, has a dangerous job, has a great smile, right? Loves a challenge. Like it's really it's exactly what it says is a memory jogger, because it's those tiny little tools, those small things that are going to jog your memory and remind you of people that could be great for this opportunity. And this is something that I realized when I was chatting with an awesome new prospect that I have, a new member of Team LV, Adam Darcy, last night. Here's the reality, right? Is that we're network marketing. When you say that out loud, some people will pull back, right? Because it has a bad connotation, because there have been other businesses, other companies that have done things that haven't made the system look great. Kannaway's not one of those companies. We're on a whole different level. We're just not even in that category. But here's the thing, right? Everyone every single person wants to work on the internet and make a ton of money. That's the reality, right? Who doesn't want to work from home and make a ton of money on the internet, right? I'm sorry, everyone does. It's the truth. Everyone. I don't care how good their job is. Everyone's dream is to work on the internet and make money. Right? Do you agree, Bill? That was something I realized last night. Who doesn't want to make a ton of money from home and have a great lifestyle like the hemp lifestyle?
There's not. I don't think there's a single person, Logan. I mean,
you just have to be able to show them how to make it happen, right? I mean, that's just the reality. If you can show them that you're making it happen, here's how I did. Everyone will say yes. Everyone, for sure. So I think that's something to definitely remember. Let me get back to our slides over here.
So we were talking about making the list, categorizing the list, and then number 3 is so simple. Invite 3 people to take a look at Kannaway per day, and it can be 3 people that you know in the past, 3 people that you know right now, 3 people that you're about to meet today. It really doesn't matter. Here's the thing: if you were to simply invite 3 people a day, that's 90 a month.
Hold on.
540 people for 6 months, and 1,080 for the year. So even if you were, like one of the worst network marketers ever, and you only got 1 out of 20 to say yes to joining your business, that's still 54 personally sponsored brand ambassadors per year. And so I learned something from Cesar Rodriguez a long time ago. He said that a true law of average is 1 out of 7. 1 out of 7 people that you invite to take a look, and you follow up with appropriately. And get them to make a decision, will say yes to coming in your business. 1 out of 7. When you sponsor 7 people, which is you going out there and talking to at least 49 people, you're going to find that one of those people that you sponsor are going to be somebody like myself or Logan, that are going to go full time and really hit this hard. And in order to earn 6 figures residually, you need to have 7 personally sponsored or 7 people in your genealogy that are full-time, that are hitting it really, really hard. So 7 times 7 times 7 is 343, all right? So what I'm saying is, even if, which would be 49 people that you personally sponsor. And so even if you were, one of the worst network marketers on the planet, and it took you 1,054 people in order to get 50 plus signups, you could do that in under a year by simply inviting 3 people a day to take a look. It's that easy. Here's the thing, people see it in the beginning, and then sometimes they slow down, and they lose that oomph, they lose that luster. The passion is here, the passion can stay here, and the passion in Kannaway, it's back, and it's back in a big way.
I know, it's exciting. Well, here's a number. So you start to lose me on this, on wherever that 7 was and whatever. But here's what I do understand, right? Is that if I do definitely understand that 3 invites a day equals 90 invites a month. 90 a month is 540 in 6 months, 1,080 in a year, right? And if you just get 5%, like you said, that's 54 brand ambassadors that you have in your company. Now, what we're talking about here, and this is the key, is that if you could teach 54 personally sponsored brand ambassadors how to use your system, that's 54 times 54, that's 2,916 people in your organization in a year. That's the 3,000 person team. Does that make sense? That's a number I understand. I mean, 3,000, that's huge, right? So again, that's at just a 5% success rate. 1 out of 20. 1 out of 20. Right?
Yes.
All right. Awesome. So let's see. Where are we in these slides?
Oh, Mindy was just messaging me saying that she's seen this system work really, really well before, and it's just about implementation.
There's a kick-ass marketer for you. So talk about moving on, right? So that reached 3, right? We've got 54 people in our business now. And again, if you can, just like I just said, if the number I understand for sure is 54 times 54 is 2,916 or 3,000 new people in your business. That is if you can reach 3 and teach 3. The system, right? So here's the 3 steps to teach your team to succeed, and this is what I really focus on when when I'm working with new team members are these 3 things. It's mindset, tools, and knowledge. And if you can understand those 3 things, again, I love these 3s, but if you can understand those 3 things and really maximize them, then you're going to have success in Kannaway. Number 1 for sure is mindset, and I'm going to go back to that success manual, guys. Right in that Kannaway success manual that we give to every new brand ambassador, the first thing that they have you do is fill out what's your why. What is your drive? What is the driving force behind why you joined and started a new business, right? Because you have to understand what that purpose is, and it has to be something greater than I want to work from home. It has to be something bigger, and so you have to understand that. Now, the Kannaway Success Manual, it has a lot of lines. Katie Guin, another awesome marketer in Kannaway, we did a hangout the other day called Stop Living in the Weeds, right? No pun intended. And something that Katie said that was so powerful is that you should be able to say what your why is in 10 words or less. And I love simplification, and I think that is such a powerful idea, and I think so because what Katie said was, if you can't put your why into 10 words or less, you probably aren't focused enough. And clarification is the key, guys. I've been watching a lot of stuff on law of attraction lately, and one thing that I was watching a video and they said the other day is that clarity is an emotion. And I think that's so powerful because once you are clear, that's when you can be your happiest, and that's when you can attract the most positive into your life, is when you get clear about why you're doing what you're doing. Do you agree, Billy Funk?
If you don't know why you're doing something, you'll never actually do it.
Agreed. Agreed. It's just a powerful, powerful idea, for sure.
Because it'll pull you. If your why is strong enough, it'll pull you out of bed, and if you have a purpose, it'll push you through the door.
Hashtag funkism, right?
Yeah.
All right, guys. So number one is that mindset. So you just want to get them to write that down. Again, you know, like we've been saying, is write that down on paper. And I always say to my prospects, print out the success manual. Print it out and write it down, because there's something just so much more, that nothing that will ingrain it more in your mind than actually writing it down with a pen and paper. And it's even better than typing it. I mean, think about how many words, you know, when I think about how many words I type every day, I mean, it's just incredible, because I'm online all day, you know, hitting it hard marketing. I type so much and I don't remember any of it. I have notebooks where I write things down and I remember every word. So write that why down. Number two that you want to teach them, guys, is your Kannaway back office. I don't even, you know, I was going to take a minute to count how many different funnels and tools we had, like links we had to share with people in that Kannaway back office. And then honestly, I think I started to count and it took too long. We have so many tools to present this opportunity to people. So many different ways to that people can identify with, and different ways to show the message. If you are passionate about the hemp movement, we have a way to do that. You know, we have just a bunch of different ways. The bottom line is and the best tools are going to be that the store link, right? Anytime you send someone to your store, they're going to be able to get the information about all the products, and they're also going to be able to click a link that's going to take them to information about the Kannaway opportunity. I love the new Kannaway opportunity page. Do you love that, Bill?
It is phenomenal. Kannaway.com/opportunity has got all of it on there. It's literally, it walks you through the products, it walks you through the opportunity, it walks you through the company. It's all on one page. It's a really, really simple system, and we got a really cool funnel system that I think launched in the last 24 hours. It's a 2-minute video in front of that pops people right over to that page after they put their email in. You get a text message notification if you go into your back office and set up your Naxum back office. Once you have that all set up, anytime anybody goes through any of your funnels, anytime they go back and watch something, you're going to get notified via text if that's what you choose to have happen, which is really where you're at the most amount of times. You want those text message notifications of when your leads are coming through, when they're looking at it again, and when they're ready for you to call them so you can sign them up in your business.
This makes me think of, a long time ago, I remember that when a long time ago you and I were chatting, and I found like a tool that did something similar to that, right? And there was and a company, and I had been chatting with the guy a little bit, and the power, I remember when he talked about that, is the power of knowing in that moment that someone went and looked at your information, because I can't even remember the numbers, so I don't want to say them, but the percentage of success rate, if you reached out to them right then, it like tripled. Do you remember this? Remember that? So I think that this is just so cool, you know.
They don't say strike when the iron is cold, Logan.
That's true, they don't. They don't say that. That's for sure. Thank you. All right. So anyway, the tools, guys, you want to just go through and walk them through that back office and just show them. I don't mean go through every single tool. I'm all about, simplifying the process, right? So I want you to just show them those on the right side of their page, the different links that they need to know where they are, because there's great tools. Let them do that on their own. The third piece, guys, is you want to just teach them the knowledge base. Number one is you want them to Google CBD and get some info. Now, I should say, by the way, that I think that you can be successful in Kannaway without ever knowing anything about CBD. I think that that's completely the case, because we're not doctors and we don't pitch ever. All you need to know is to be able to know that you need to tell someone I say Google because I'm a Google girl, but search, right, whatever search engine you love. Go on and just type in CBD or cannabidiol into that search engine. Now, you're going to want to know about CBD and cannabidiol because it's incredible and it could change your life or someone else's that you know. So you're going to want to know about that for sure, but I don't even think you need to. All you need to know is to Google CBD. And a great tool that I use all the time, and I learned this from you, Billy Funk, is let me Google that for you. It's lmgtfy.com. That's going to give you a link that literally will put that search term in there for them, right? So if you're sharing online, they can just click a link. They don't even have to type 3 letters. So you've taken, you've taken a 4-step process, right? Go to Google, type CBD, so CBD, oh, and then click enter. So what? That's a 5-step process technically. Taking it down to 1 step. They just have to go ahead and click your link, and I think that's really powerful. I actually use just a little power tip. I use Bitly I go ahead and Bitly that let me Google that for you link, and then I can tell while I'm in a conversation with that person online whether or not they clicked it. So I know where they're at right away. So that's just a little power tip. So the knowledge is you want them to know how to be able to tell people where to point them to Google CBD and know a little bit about CBD. Then you want them to know the Reach 3 Teach 3 system. You want, again, it's all about duplication and replication, right? And the third part of the knowledge strategy that I use is the 3-way call strategy. And you know, Bill, you and I used to really kill this, but you know, by 3-way call strategy, this is what I mean very simply, is that if you're on the phone with someone and you're talking about the opportunity and talking about, you know, Kannaway, if there's ever a question that stumps you, or, you know, I think one powerful way to use it is, I know that whenever you're talking to someone who is perhaps in another network marketing company, sometimes when you're comparing opportunities, the conversation can get a little bit contentious. Like not like a little bit of a contest, right? Like, well, we get paid 9 ways. Well, we get paid this many, and this is how our system is, and this is how and it goes back and forth. And I'm not saying it's in a nasty sort of way, but you're just comparing, right? But I think that when it gets contentious like that, there is no winner, right? Because if you win, if you prove that person wrong, they might not join your opportunity because you just won. And if you lose, right, they're obviously not going to join your opportunity because you just lost. So I think that when it starts to sort of get, you know, go back and forth with a network marketer, or if there's a question that you don't know the answer to, whatever the question is, even if you do know the answer, right? When you need to transfer to transition into a 3-way call with your upline, what you want to do is whatever the last question was, you want to stop and say, and agree with them. Agree with them. No, you want to say, that's a really, really great question. I'm new to the business as well, so I don't know the answer, but I know someone who definitely will. Give me 1 second to get my sponsor, Billy Funk, on the line and see if he has 3 minutes just to quickly give us the answer to that, and then click over. Now, some people will say, ask the person if you can put them on hold. That's completely up to you. Personally, I think that, you know, anybody who would hang up in that moment, I don't want them on my team already. There's too many people that are interested. You know, I don't need that one person. If you're ready to hang up, because you know, in that moment where I click over real quick, then oh well, you know, it's good you're out now. But you know, you want to just go ahead and click over. And I think that the next piece of the strategy that's key is to, once you have your sponsor on the line, is to identify with that prospect, be on their team, because you want them on your team. So you want to come from a place of, hey, Bill, this is Susie. Susie and I were just chatting about the all-new redefined Kannaway opportunity, and she had a fantastic question. I don't know the answer to, right? So you want to identify that with them. You never want them to feel like their question was you know, too much or wrong, or you know, that it's a pain. You want to identify, like, hey, I don't know the answer to this either, and we want to know, right? So you want to identify, get on their team right away. And here's sort of the last piece of the 3-way call strategy that I think is so key, is that you want to say at that point, Susie, can you repeat that? Can you tell Bill what your question is again? And here's why. You don't want to be the one that asks, because the real question or the real objection that everyone has is the third question or third objection that they ask. So if they ask the question once and you said, I don't know the answer, let me get my upline on the phone, and then you ask them to restate the question, in that second time that they're saying it, if they're going to reword it in a way that gets them closer to that third question or objection. So you've already gotten the first 2 out of the way. So now you're 1 step closer, just in getting your upline on the phone. You're 1 step closer to getting them to the third question or the third objection that is the real question and is the real objection. And when it gets to that point, now you have your upline on the line. What do you think of all that, Bill? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, it's what I do all the time. I actually purposely don't have all the answers so that I can show people you can absolutely crush this without having all the answers. I love saying to somebody, you know what, that's a great question. I don't actually know the answer. I'm going to be honest with you. At the same time, I'm also going to be honest with you and let you know that you don't. And I'm actually doing pretty well without knowing that answer. And I'd love to get the info and the knowledge of, you know, how that is answered. So let me get the guy on who knows the answer. And I did it 2 days ago, and I did it with Seth Fraser. I took somebody that's brand new. She had a really sharp question, and I said, I don't know the answer, and I brought Seth on the phone, and he answered it for me. So it made it look to her that she doesn't have to know that answer, because I actually didn't know all the details behind it. And so if you keep this super simple, if you don't know everything, but you're still having success, it allows other people to know and believe in themselves that they can do it too. And that's really what it's all about. It's about taking the edification process and passing it around. So when you bring somebody on a three-way call, you know, what you're gonna do is you're gonna edify your upline and say, you know, really quickly, Mary, this is Logan. Logan is one of the top leaders inside of Kannaway. She's absolutely crushing it. She's not just a good recruiter offline, but she's an absolute badass online. And, you know, to give you a quick intro on Mary, Logan, Mary is an up-and-coming entrepreneur. She's a nurse and is looking to start some residual income opportunity during her part-time and is interested in Kannaway. She's got a couple of questions. Logan, this is Mary. Mary, this is Logan. I'm going to hit mute.
Right. I love it.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You guys, this is really, this business is simple if you keep it simple. It's hard if you make it hard, and it's right there in the middle if you don't do anything. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you go out there and you take the steps and the tips that we have just outlined for you, and you take massive action, you will have success. If you actually make a list, you know, and then it's like, you know, kind of like Santa Claus, check it twice. Categorize your entire list into groups of people that know each other, and then target and approach that group together, one by one by one. Go to the first one that would say yes, that would give you their last dollar in their back pocket if you ask them for it. Go to that person first that you have the most influence over, and then strategically go through that category of all the people that know you and know that person. The next step is, guys, for you to invite 3 people a day. 3 people a day. That's it. Whether you've known the people in the past or you met them today. I know that, you know, in future episodes, I can teach you a system where you can meet somebody every single day, every time you approach them. If you use the simple system, you can get their number, get them to say yes, they're open to taking a look at your business. Yes, they would love it if you sent them some information, and yes, you can follow up with them. So it doesn't matter if you know 0 people right now. There are ways for you to literally approach people like that and get this done, you know, and start building your business and having success and start teaching that success to other people. Because, Logan, I truly believe that you truly don't know something until you can teach it to somebody else.
I think that the most powerful piece of doing these trainings with my people is how much knowledge I gain while doing it. Again, all this kind of came about because I had some really awesome teammates join the team the other day, and they quickly caught on to that, kind of get your first 3 idea. And so we were able to, in just a couple days, do a training where I had 5 or 6 people on, so everyone learns at the same time. Again, there's that Jones effect, right? And also there's just power in numbers. And again, it's one of those things where if I show them, I can do a live hangout and have 6 of you on. It's just one of those things that you can duplicate really easily, because I didn't have to do that 6 times. Right? I had to do that once, and I got all 6 people the information that they needed to have to make money right away using fast start bonuses, double up promotion, and the 50% match. Right? And if you do these 3 things, you're going to rank up to the director level. You're going to move up to regional. You're going to continue to rank within this new system, and on each level, you make more money. For these different reasons, and so it just all makes sense.
Logan, I've been in Kannaway since the beginning, and I'm not going to lie, I've approached hundreds of people, and I've gotten hundreds of people to say no. I got a few dozen say yes, and from it, I'm still getting paid, week after week after week. I'm not going to guarantee anybody out there that you're going to earn the same type of commissions that I am. I don't know you that well, so I don't know how much effort you're going to put in and how much action you're going to take. I do know this: if you follow these systems and you go out there and you take action, you're going to have success if you don't stop, and especially if you don't stop until you get there. You'll get there every time. So I mean, that,
you know, if you were right, like when you talk about jobs that pay you hourly, right? Like we don't think of that as a positive system. That's what I love about network marketing is I'm not paid hourly. I'm paid for the value I bring to that hour. I'm paid for the value I bring that hour. Write that down because, you know, it's not the same for everyone. It's just not, and that's okay. But what's awesome is that, you know, for somebody like myself, for somebody like you, Billy Funk, that's amazing, right? Because I know I can bring a ton of value to every hour. You know, I think we've been on this hangout for about an hour, and I mean, I think if you watch this system and start to implement this system, there's a ton of value in this hour. And us being online in these live hangouts, you know, which I'm such a massive fan of for a lot of different reasons. If you're able to just point one of your new recruits to this system, I mean, it's all about getting it done quick, right? For sure. Put the whiteboard down.
Yes, I have got 3 whiteboards in this place right now, and
that's not enough, clearly.
Really not. Actually, I've got 2 more that I haven't up yet. So we got a group as well that you can join that we've got, you know, structured in it. You know, Logan's got files in there. You got people like Seth Fraser, Eric Green, Alvin Rivera, some really sharp leaders inside of Kannaway that have got all sorts of different tutorials. Charles Vest, Terrell Vest, Dominic Lipinski. You know, we're a bunch of leaders just sharing value and sharing what works for us and how it can work for you as well. And know this, that if you really want something bad enough, you can have it. The thing is, how bad do you want it? And you know you want it, because it really takes those 2 things. Knowing you want something and then wanting it so badly, you can smell it, you can taste it, you can see it, you can feel it, you can touch it. It's right there in front of you. You just got to walk towards it. Just keep walking, you'll get there.
Yeah, you know, again, guys, going back to that law of attraction, you know, clarification and clarity is emotional. And if you get clarity, you know, on what your goal is, what your why is, what you want to achieve, you're going to have an emotion that is so positive that you're just going to attract other positive people into your life that are going to join your business. Other positive things are going to start to happen, and it just, you know, continues from there. You know, one of the things I saw was you know, I feel like Bill, you'll like this, but it's they said, you know, set off your rockets of desire and leave behind, you know, all of your resistances to achieve alignment and clarity, right? And that's what it's all about.
Yes,
sure.
It is, Miss Anthony Robbins. Yes, it is.
Right, massive action. I love massive action. Well, listen, why don't we close this up, because, you know, I want it to be a great tool. I want it to be as a, you know, I know we don't all have, you know, all that much time. So, anything you want to close up with? Final call to action, Billy Funk.
Sure. So if you're inside of Team Elevate, if you're inside of Kannaway, make sure that you have purchased a pack and you got 55 BV auto delivery so that you're qualified to earn commissions, especially the 50% check match as well as the double up promo, and go out there and get your 3. And teach them to do the same thing. Reach 3, teach 3. Now, if you're watching this for the first time, you know, maybe this confused you. Here's the cool thing. You can watch this again. And we got other great content. We got other great hangouts. We've got other great presentations that you can watch and you can take a look at. But I want to tell you this right now. If you ever wanted to be in front of something that was small, that was about to be big, if you ever wanted to ride a giant wall of wealth and wellness, like a tsunami that wasn't water, that was easy for you to ride, it's here, it's now, it's not going to be here again, and you're going to be looking back on this going, man, I knew it. I could have, I would have, and I should have. Don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. Get in today. Get started with Kannaway, and we'll all be on our way to success. Thank you so much, Logan. It's been an awesome pleasure hanging out with you tonight, and maybe we'll have to do this again next week.
It's good, and exactly what you're talking about. It's the green rush. That's what it is, for sure.
The green rush. I got somebody that wants to sign up right now, so I'm going to take this.
I love it. You should. All right, guys. I'm Logan Lynn Roberts. You know, I'm pushing out some stuff on YouTube as much as I can because I love it. And my YouTube channel, my username is LoganLynn01. That's a great way to reach me. You know, I love that you've been on this long, guys. We got a great group of viewers. Thank you so much for everyone who's still here. But I do 3 marketing tips in 3 minutes. That's going to be on that YouTube channel as well. And that's a really great way to get some info in a really quick amount of time. Thank you so much for everybody that joined us. And there's only one way, guys, and it's Kannaway. Thank you.